So again, we've been talking a lot during this conference about what we're doing for others. I would love for us to pour into ourselves, because a lot of people are questioning the work we do, right? We're talking about DEI backlash. And so I feel like this group, like we all just need a collective community hug, because I feel you all. I'm in the same spot. Me and my team, we're working within organizations around culture change and transformation. And it's hard work and it's hard to work. And that can take a lot out of us. And so I want to share a story before I kind of get into some of the content here and us talking and having some discussion around what is the leadership mentality, because that's why you all are here. Last year, and I promise this is all going to come together. This isn't a random story. Last year, I took a phenomenal trip to Greece and Italy. I explored history in Athens and Rome, artisanship and wine in Tuscany. I heard some ums up there, yes. Pizza in Naples. Y'all, this is the best pizza I've ever tasted. Obviously, I mean, it makes sense. Best pizza in Naples. And coastal wonders on the Amalfi Coast and the Greek island of Crete. And out of all of those experiences, the water, the ocean, the pizza, this is actually one of the most fascinating parts of my trip. You're probably thinking like a bunch of people digging in a ditch. Angela, what? I missed something. This is actually an archaeological site in Athens. Much of Athens and ancient Rome's history and the legacy, good, bad, or indifferent, is still being uncovered today. As we speak, as you all are sitting, we're learning about artifacts and the legacy and the history of these places and the leadership that was there and the culture that was there, that is there. And culture and leadership that shaped civilization thousands of years ago still has an impact on modern culture and leadership today. And so my question to you is, what do you want your lasting legacy to be? Coming out of this room, leaving the organization you're at, whether you have a business, what is that legacy you want to leave? Not so much the work that you do or the role that you have. I was having a great conversation with Dr. Dante a few nights ago, and we were talking about when you ask people what their role is, right? They usually say, yeah, director of culture or culture manager, right? They tell you your title rather than what's the mission, what's the legacy that you're looking to build. And when it comes to legacy and leadership, the next generation is motivated by humility and responsibility to others rather than things like power, authority, some of the traditional paradigms that we have known to shape leadership today. And the research supports this. I am amongst people who I don't have to convince, but the research truly supports this. There was an EY Empathy in Business survey in 2021 that found that empathetic leadership is perceived to be linked to better outcomes and better wellness outcomes. The people that you have within your space, and you all are role models for that, are impacted not just from an experience perspective. I know we talk a lot about employee experience. Livelihoods and lives are on the line. There was some recent research that said that mental health, your mental health within a workplace is as impacted by your leader as it is by your spouse. The responsibility around that is huge. So, I want us to think differently about leadership. I know you all are on this bandwagon with me, right? This is not something I have to convince you. But it's not so much about authority and ruling, it's about doing. It's about the action. It's about taking things from intent to impact. And we all have an opportunity to do this differently, to shape it, and shed what we've been conditioned about leadership. You can be clear and kind at the same time. You can be vulnerable, courageous. All these things can happen at the same time. So how can we get out of that box of traditional leadership and start to shape this into our own? And you don't need to be in a formal position of leadership to do leadership. That's kind of the underlying message here. Anyone can be a leader if they choose, because leadership is a choice. It's a choice we make every day.